Yeah, whatever. I'm going to through all the barns with you now. Let's start with Mario's barn this week. Mario, Enduring Strength, most of you have noticed, was moved from Mario's barn to Isabel Darvaux's barn. Can't really say that I was surprised or that she won on Saturday night. I'm glad for our partner Steve Palermo, who is the breeder of Enjoying My Life. This filly showed a lot of talent with us, and for whatever reason, just bad circumstances, she just didn't race well for Mario. And I know a lot of people out there are saying, you know, maybe Mario doesn't do a good job. Maybe we need to move the horses. I think that's a little unfair. You know, if I moved the horses every time somebody wanted the horses moved, it would look like a checkerboard. You know, the horses would be moving here, there, and everywhere. It's, you know, I look at it much like a baseball manager, right? Everybody knows when the guy hits a home run on the top of the seventh, or the bottom of the sixth, the top of the sixth, everybody says they should have taken him out. Should have taken him out. And if they bring a guy in, he hits a home run off him, why didn't you leave that starter in? Everybody wants to be looking and judging people in hindsight, and unfortunately we don't get to do that in this business, and in most sports we don't. You know, and I understand it's human nature. People have their money put into these horses and want to see them have the best shot they can, but if you extrapolate that and just look at it like, I want to have the best results no matter what, you know which road and avenue that leads to, correct? And those are roads we're not going down. So when it comes to our trainers, we hire professional people. To think that they're all going to get along with the horses the best they can and better than other people is wrong. And when it comes to I don't know if I said that before, Enjoying My Life. When it comes to Enjoying My Life, sure, she performed well the other night. And I've said this all the time too, a fresh set of eyes doesn't hurt. It's exactly why we moved Yours If You Want It from Jason to Ken Holiday. We did have a request from an owner, which I usually disregard. When people say we need to move the horse, we generally do not. But when it came to that particular horse in that particular situation, that horse is in the sale. A fresh set of eyes doesn't hurt, and Robert Shepard and Isabel do a fantastic job. They had a horse for us last year, if you guys remember, Now or Power. Robert and Isabel raced that horse for us and did great with him also. So not surprised that she did well. Obviously a little disappointed, but that's racing. I mean, you're never going to be right all the time, and I'm just glad that the filly's racing good for the clients and racing good for Steve, who's the breeder also. So we'll start with a horse that did race great last night, Canadian Titan. This filly's got better and better and better and better and better every single week this year since we qualified her. Last night was a very mature outing by her. Just got picked off in the shadow of the wire, and I thought she raced very, very well. Mile in 59-3 and did all the heavy lifting there. You know, to get up the quarter in 27-4, remove, you're like, oh, this is going to turn out bad. Then to stop them, 31 seconds or 31 and a bit in the second, 30 seconds down the backstretch, and start her up and finish up 29-4, 30 seconds. Very good mile, very smart mile by Canadian Titan. Classic Con is coming good. This horse is going to train, I think, around 25. I think Mario said he was going to Mohawk with him Friday, but I don't think he's going a fast mile. Really just wants to keep him off the half. Probably a smart idea as we get this guy back towards the races. Enduring Strength made two unfortunate breaks. The one at Kawartha, I think everybody can agree, was probably just the colt himself coming unglued in the heat. And then the other night, just misbehaving. And I would say that has a lot more to do with his father than it does his trainer or driver. It would not be the first Angus Hall to make a break at the gate. We made some changes with his equipment and his bits. He was very good the other day training at Mohawk. He'll qualify on Tuesday. Fox Valley Shazam, I'd be a little remiss if I said I wasn't a little disappointed with her mile the other night. But this is a nice filly, and I think she has a lot to offer moving forward. I think we'll make a few little changes back towards the way we had her before, and expect her. I'd like to see her getting a grassroots or an overnight somewhere. I don't know when the next grassroots is. I'm gonna have to look. Don't bother emailing me. I'm gonna look it up when I turn the phone off. So I'll know by the time you've seen this. I'll have already well documented when the next grassroots is and where she'll go her next start. So Fox Valley Shazam, I think she just needs a prep race. I'd love to take her to Kawartha next Saturday. I'm not there next Saturday. Maybe Georgian next Tuesday would be a nice spot for her. Frontier Cruise has come to life a little bit. A first and a third his last two. Nothing but rave reports from the driver, Jason Ryan, of Frontier Cruise last week. So one of two avenues. We'll race him once or twice more. He'll go to the sale, or we'll castrate him and turn him out for the year. Him and one other horse are the only two that are on the bubble right now that I can see as far as the 17 that we have slated to head to the sale. Hometown Boys, he's castrated right now. We castrated him on Friday morning. He's going to be done for the year. We'll bring him back. He's going to stay at the barn for a week till that heals up and then out to the field for a couple of months to grow up a little bit. Inland Beach, very happy with her mile the other night. I spoke in the opening about the issue with Inland Beach. She was not supposed to be in against those fillies. She was supposed to be in a cheaper division, but they only had enough to combine it and go with one division. They don't generally ask, or we probably would have foregone the straight 2-year-old race and gone to anywhere. Georgian Tuesday would have been fine. Anyway, she raced well, 55-1 or 55-2, but looked really good doing it. Very impressed with her so far. I think she can be a nice little 3-year-old for us also. McPherson Thunder, he might have already raced at Clinton. Racing soon at Clinton. Him and Warwi Ultra are there today. I would expect good things from him. I would hope that he'll race good, but we'll see. Miss Brampton Beast, great mile last week out of the 8-hole. Manhandled the maiden crew at Georgian. I'd like to see her do it again, but do it a little more powerfully this week. The way she did it was good, although when you're up the quarter 27-1 and you win in 55-4, that's a last 3 quarters of 28-4, 28. You're testing my math now. 27-1, 21, 29-2. Not really necessary. I would like to see her 27-4, 57-2, 127, a mile and 55 flat. That'd be good. I expect more from her this week, although I was happy with what I saw last week. Muscle Chrome, we opted to turn her out. I just dropped the news to our clients. It's nothing bad. I think the filly's just getting so big now. I can't believe how big this filly has got. From the little runt she was when we broke her, she looks great. And I'm just going to turn her out, let her mature. We'll look to race her this winter. We'll have her ready to go. I think January 1st would be fair for her, maybe a little bit before, depending on how she trains back. Sebastian Ray is going to race Thursday. Now, these are the same people that own Enjoying My Life. I fully expect that Sebastian Ray will race good. And we'll see. Mario had said the other day, he said, maybe we'll list James on him this week. And I like that. I like the fact I have to do it sometimes, I like the fact that Mario recognizes that maybe we'll try something else and see if it works out. It's tough. You've driven horses your whole life, guy that's won 8,000 races, to step up and say, hey, let's try James on this horse that week. I know he's an older man. He's done more than I'll ever do in this industry, but that shows a lot of maturity as the position he holds right now, to be able to say, hey, let's try James on this horse. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's a progression of the game, right? So I'm really happy in that regard. Sunshine and Shade, I trained him myself in with the set with James and Mario the other day. We won a mile in 2-3, last half in a minute. I will keep saying, I keep trying to give everybody timelines, but really I can't, can I? He'll be ready when he's ready. He's been in 2-3. I would like to see him go in 2-1 next week, but it's how he does it. There's no point in starting him just to say we have him ready. Yeah, he's ready to go. Yeah, but he's not. I want to see Sunshine and Shade pace 54, 55. To do that, that's going to take a little bit of time. So he's close. He's sound. He's close, and he's getting there. Tiamo Hanover, that's it for him. Very disappointed with what I saw the other night. I don't think I asked him for too much. Put him on the front, let one of the horses go. All he'd do was follow a slowing pace, and he really couldn't do that. I think it's just a matter of him being big and lazy and stupid, and his attitude plays a little bit of a role too. So he'll be heading to the sale in Ohio at the end of August. Taimo Kazam, we're feverishly working to try and get a line on him. Mario's still confident that we can get a qualifying line on him before the sale. We'll see. Wiggle Delight raced the other night. She was sick. You could see that the last 100 yards, she just fizzled out. This is a filly that's been charging since day one on the end of the mile, and then to fizzle out like that, pretty obvious something was up, and sure enough, she was full of mucus. And then Zeb Sunshine qualified okay. Raced great last night, 58-3, 58-2. I thought his line looked good. As I said, I hadn't talked to Mario yet, but I've been very impressed with what I saw from Zeb Sunshine. So that's Mario's barn. I'll be back in a minute. We'll talk about Jason's barn on both sides of the border. Give you a quick sale update. I think you already know. I gave you the 17 horses. We'll run through their names again this week and tell you the only 2 that I can see scampering off this list. Now, there are a couple other horses we'll probably have a reserve on, but there's only 2 that will make it off this list, and that's still up in the air. Be back in a minute.